guys? We are back again today with some more Aura's OU Wi-Fi battling. Today I'm going to be using Mega Lopunny and my opponent is going to be using Mega Beedrill. Now if you're looking at my team, you're going to see a lot of pokes that I don't normally use. That would be Greninja, Rotom Wash, and I started to use Talonflame a little bit more in the later meta of X and Y, and I really like it a lot. This Talonflame is a little bit different. It was actually given to me by a friend of mine, Vade. And he uses Sharp Beak as the item. I have Brave Bird, Flare Blitz, Roost, and Swords Dance, and it actually works fairly well. Of course, I do have a Scizor. No, it's not one of my Scizors from my X and Y game, but it has the same set from one of my X and Ys. And like I said, I am really amazed with all of the music that is in this game. It's great. Now, my opponent is using Claydol, and I thought I was the only one that used Claydol on OU. But I'm actually going to go ahead and lead off with my Greninja, predicting him to lead with that. Because unless he's specially defensive, I can pretty much obliterate him with a Hydro Pump. Now, he ends up switching out here and going straight out into his Azumarill. Now, of course, this Azumarill is not going to be taking too much from the Hydro Pump. I think I might even miss here. Yeah, I do miss. But one thing that you're going to see on Greninjas now, especially in Auras, is the Gunk Shot. Now, look at this. This is ridiculous. It OHKOs Azumarill. Azumarill is not a safe switch into Greninja anymore. So if you're thinking, oh, my opponent sent out Greninja, I have an Azumarill, it'll be fine. No. Azumarills are not switches to Greninja anymore. Now, my opponent is going to go out into Beedrill here. I'm actually going to go ahead and go for another Gunk Shot, predicting him to go for Protect, because my Protean still triggers even though he goes for Protect, and I don't want his U-turn or his Poison Jab to be super effective. But as you can see, my opponent actually does not go for Protect. He actually misclicked. He told me on stream. And he ends up going for Drill Run of all things, which is absolutely going to obliterate my Greninja. So that's really unfortunate for me. A great misclick for him by all means. He did take a lot of damage on his Beedrill, but he did end up living, and that's he only lived because he resisted, and I'm not a full attack Greninja. I'm obviously a mixed set because I have Hydro Pump and that. But I'm going to go into my Scizor here. Of course, it's not shiny because Petro forgot to make it shiny, and I'm completely pissed about it because... I am shiny Scizor. I'm actually going to go for the Pursuit here, predicting him to want to go for U-turn or just straight switch out. I do have Bullet Punch, so I could have gone for that, but then, of course, he could have switched out into his Thundurus. So, Pursuit was the best play, although I did take a little extra damage. I am actually going to stay in here because I don't want anything else on my team Thunder Wave, and Scizor isn't that fast to begin with, and I have priority. I have Bullet Punch. So the only thing really stopping me with that is, has a chance to paralyze me, to get fully paralyzed. But as you can see, that Thundurus took a good 55% from my Pursuit. He's going to go for another Thunderbolt here as I go for another Pursuit. I am Choice Banded. I am locked into it. He's actually going to live with about 1 HP. He's going to get that Leftovers, and he's actually going to live here. Now, one play that I thought was strange, I'm obviously locked into Pursuit. I don't know how much more obvious it could be that I'm locked into Pursuit. I don't need my Scizor anymore, really. And did what it needed to do. I've actually taken out 2 pokes with it, which is more than what it needed to do in this battle. So my Scizor is pretty much fodder at this point. I'm going to stay in. I'm going to let him Dark Pulse me. I can't go for Bullet Punch because, like I said, I am actually Choice Banded and I'm locked into Pursuit. So I am going to take a Dark Pulse there. It is going to kill me, but that's fine because I've got something in the back. I'm going to go out into Not Funny. Got that Lopunny. Nice and shiny Lopunny. I really like the way shiny Lopunny looks. I am going to end up Mega Evolving here and going for the Fake Out just to see what he wants to do. Fake Out is the best option for me because if he stays in with Greninja and I don't go for Fake Out, I am going to be taking a lot of damage because that Greninja is going to outspeed me on the first turn. But after I Mega Evolve, Lopunny actually gets base 136 speed, which is absolutely ridiculous. And you're guaranteed a Mega Evolve and a Fake Out because Mega Lopunny actually has Scrappy as its ability. So regardless of whether your opponent is Ghost type, whether they go for Protect or not, you're still going to get your Mega, and you're still going to probably outspeed them on the next turn, unless they're like 100 base plus a Scarf. 90 plus base a Scarf. Maybe 85. I don't know. You're going to outspeed a lot of things, but I'm going to go out in my Talonflame here. I know that he's going to get his rocks up. I don't run Ice Punch on this Lopunny. I actually run Fire Punch, but it is going to allow me to get off a free Swords Dance here, which is great because Talonflame is actually going to do a lot of work in this battle, as you guys will see. He goes for the Toxic, which is fine. It's not something that I would want, obviously, but it's better than taking a Rock Slide, which is what I almost thought he was going to do, which would have been very, very bad for my Talonflame if he did have that, because it probably would have OHKO'd me, which obviously would have been very bad. Now I'm going to go for the Brave Bird here. I am +2, and I do have the Shark Beak, which is going to multiply my flying attacks by 1.2. Now, the reason I run Sharpbeak over Life Orb is because of the recoil that you take with these moves. I am obviously running Brave Bird and Flare Blitz. Both of those moves have recoil, and it's just a bad time with that much recoil at the end of every turn. It's not going to be fun, especially if you have to switch on rocks. Your Talonflame is dead after one move, and that's very, very unfortunate. Now he goes on to Peaches here, which is this this annoying-ass Sylveon. Look at this, +2 Brave Bird, and it lives. It lives with, like, 7%. He's going to go for the Wish here, and he's obviously going to go for the Protect next turn, and that's what I really, really hate. I've said this a lot on stream, and I've said it in a few of my videos, but if you guys want to battle me on stream, please don't bring stally Pokemons. Obviously, this Sylveon isn't stalling me, really. But don't bring stall to my streams. Try to avoid bulky Pokemon as well if you can. And the reason being is it takes up a lot of stream time that I could be spending battling someone new, battling someone else that I've never battled before, or, you know, helping someone else out with their team and letting, you know, giving them feedback. And that's the only reason I don't want to battle stall on stream. If you want to battle me with a stally team off stream, tweet at me. I'll be more than happy to get a battle with you, unless I'm away from my computer at the time, you know? So, like I said, try to avoid bringing bulky or stall mons to my matches. It's not fun. I do go for the Will-O-Wisp here, I miss, and he goes for the Hyper Voice, and that does so much. Considering how bulky he is, he obviously has a lot of defense investment, and I was very surprised to see how much that Hyper Voice did. I am a defensive Rotom, not especially defensive Rotom, so that could have been part of it, but that Hyper Voice still did a lot. He obviously has some defense and special attack investment. Hell, he could even be max HP with a lot of defense, modest nature, and then some special attack is what I'm assuming he is, because he's doing way too much damage with that Hyper Voice. I know Pixelate helps a lot, but it shouldn't be doing that much. It shouldn't be it shouldn't be a 2-hit KO from there. I end up getting the Will-O-Wisp off before I die, which is great because residual damage is always good. And I'm actually going to go out to my Latios here. And I made the mistake of actually going for Psyshock instead of going for something like Surf or something like that, because he's obviously a bulkier Peaches, bulkier Sylveon in the defensive department rather than the specialty defensive department. But that's okay. I'm actually not Choice Specs Latios. I'm actually Choice Scarf. And the reason being is I want to be able to outspeed the Salamances that are still in the game. I thought they were going to be quick banned. I thought they were going to be gone as soon as they came out, but unfortunately they are not. That's the reason. The only reason I uploaded a Salamence video is because I wanted one. I wanted to upload one before it got banned. So that's the only reason I uploaded one. I have a feeling that some people are unhappy because I was saying Salamence is going straight to Ubers as soon as this game comes out. And then I used one. So I bet a couple of people are a little upset with me. But hey, you can't blame me. You can't blame me at all. Because, you know, it's a Salamence. It's powerful. It looks cool, you know. But here's where Mega Lopunny really, really shines. He's got a Greninja out. Greninja's not a slow Pokemon by any means. This thing has base, 126 speed? That is fast. And I only outspeed this thing by 10 base points. Now, I end up going for the Fire Punch here instead of the high jump kick or return. One, I didn't want to miss. Two, he's an Ice type because he used Ice Beam to kill my Latios. So Fire Punch was a safe move to go for there. I just really didn't want to miss my high jump kick. And I don't know, I just guess I didn't feel like going for return. So that's the only reason I went for that. But yeah, as you guys can see, Mega Lopunny is very powerful. It's very fast. It counters a lot of things. It's actually a pretty decent counter to Greninja. As long as you get a free switch in. Well, it's not a counter, it's a check, I should say. I need to be careful with what I say, checks and counters. Because counters are things that you can switch in on a Pokemon, take a hit, and then completely obliterate it. A check is something that you know, can deal with it most of the time. It can't really switch in and live a hit, but it can come in after you've, you know, sacrificed something else, and then it can come in and destroy it. So you have to be careful. I know, especially with this Mega Salamence ban, there aren't a whole lot of counters to Mega Salamence. There are a couple checks, but there aren't too many counters. Heatran does okay, except for Earthquake. And a Thrash still does a pretty decent amount. So Heatran isn't really a counter, it's more of a check than anything. Scarf Latios seems to be doing pretty well against the few that I have seen. A lot of people aren't even wasting their time because they know it's going to be banned. Azumarill is okay as well, except that, you know, Thrash or Giga Impact, Double Edge, whatever you want to use, that Azumarill is still going to be taking a lot of damage. But let me know what you guys think. The megas that I do use, I probably will be uploading another Beedrill video. I think I have one on here where I use Beedrill a little bit more. I know a couple people were upset that I used a Mega Beedrill on my team and then didn't actually end up using it in the battle because I didn't really need to. Because my opponent had a lot of counters to Mega Beedrill. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying. I hope you guys are enjoying the new mix-up of mons that I'm using. I'm trying to get as many new teams as I can. What's really what's helping me get new mons and new teams is the fact that I don't have my Y version. I can't trade my Pokemon from my Y to my auras because my Y version is in my dorm. I accidentally left it there, and my dorm is closed all this week, so I can't even go there to go pick it up, which is really unfortunate. And the other bright side of that is people are cloning me the mons that they have or ginning me new mons to give to me, so it's allowing me to make some new teams. I think tomorrow I'm going to upload a Metagross video unless I get something going with Altaria tomorrow, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think in the comment. Make sure to like the video if you liked it, dislike if you dislike it. You're not going to hurt my feelings. It just shows me that you don't really like my videos that much. And hit that subscribe button if you really enjoyed it this much. Remember, guys, I will be streaming on Twitch every day this week, and every day next week, and every day after the week, and so on and so on and so on. After the end of this week, my streams will get a little bit shorter because, you know, I am in college. I do have things to do, such as school, which really sucks. But I go back for 2 weeks, and then I have 3 weeks off, so I will be streaming those 3 weeks every day for probably 6 to 8 hours like I've been doing this week so far. But yeah, you guys know what to do. I hope you guys all enjoyed, and we will see you back again tomorrow. Peace out, guys.